Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Second race here today. We'll be doing the Yrl Division 1 and we'll move right up the state from Nashville, Tennessee. We're going up to Bristol, Tennessee to run the Bristol 250 here in Yrl Division 1. Last week's winner was Bobby Catalino, so she'll be a TV driver. Let's see how many more TV drivers we're going to have this week. We'll have a total of 6 more. Shuffle the cards here and see which starting positions will be TV drivers. Alrighty. First up will be 28th will be a TV driver. Next up will be 29th will be a TV driver. 41st will be a TV driver. Looks like TV drivers have had a rough week. 12th will be a TV driver. Let's see who else is going to join here. 40th will be a TV driver. Only one's not in the back, and 27th, so most of the TV drivers will be starting in the rear with the gear here today. And if Bobby Catalina doesn't get one of those 6 spots, we'll have 7 TV drivers today. Mix these back up and get our starting positions here for the Yrl Division 1 250 at Bristol, Tennessee. The last Coliseum. Alrighty, shuffle the drivers up. Put them in the bag here. Mix them up in the bag. Let's get this starting grid figured out. First up, we'll be starting lucky number 13. And that'll be Chris Stratt in the 76. Okay. Let's see here. Who's next? Starting 15th will be Jim Cutter. Put this up here so it's kind of out of the way. Be Jim Cutter in the 68. Next up is 27th. I believe that's a TV driver. And that'll be Tim Tribvan in the 26. Starting 41st, I believe that's a TV driver. Will be Troy Carter in the 55. Our pole setter, let's see who's starting on the pole. Michael B. And the 1 car is on the pole. Outside pole setter. Back to back here will be Fan-O-Matic in the 19. Third will be Fast Eddie and the 9. 37th will be Wayne Scott in the 00. 38th will be Demos in the 17. Starting 10th will be Danny and Gray in the 42. Starting 43rd, shotgun to the field, will be Michael P. in the 73. Nowhere to go but up, Mike. Okay. Who we got next here? Starting 28th. I believe that's a TV driver. And that'll be Matt Sharver in the 59. Starting 23rd will be Sarah Reynolds in the 97. Starting 24th will be Steve R. in the 25. Starting 22nd is P-Jet in the 44. Starting 3rd be Glenn P. in the 4. Starting 17th is last week's winner, Bobby Catalino. So we will have 7 TV drivers, since that's not a TV driver slot, in the 20 car. '17th rather, not 7th. Messed that up. Still not a TV driver. Okay. Starting 5th is Elvis in the 00. Starting 39th is Devin OG in the 28. Starting 9th is yours truly, Dwayne Martz in the 21. Starting 29th is Paul Gavier in the 29, in the 55 rather. Starting 29th, and that is a TV driver. Starting 32nd is Hammer Time in the 34. Starting fourth will be Sean D in the 33. Starting 21st is G Puck in the 22. Starting sixth is Keith White in the 17. Starting 19th is D. Scott Howard in the 13. Starting 26th is Trouble in the 55. Starting 25th is Dez in the 96. Starting 34th will be Candy in the 68. Starting 8th will be Darla in the 14. Starting 42nd will be Alan Shaw in the 11. Starting 7th will be Keith Avalon in the 1. Starting 12th will be Glenn B in the 23. And he's a TV driver. Starting 18th will be Mr. Parks in the 88. Starting 20th will be Zoom in the 4. Starting 36th will be Bob B in the 69. Starting 14th be HS in the 88. Starting 30th be Roger Ward in the 24. Starting 40th will be Philip Reynolds in the 64. He'll be a TV driver. Starting 11th, be Double D in the 2 car. Starting 35th, be Ken Castro in the 92 car. Starting 31st, be MP Fox in the 12. And starting 16th will be J.B. Gorman in the 79. Alrighty, let's go over to starting grid here for the Bristol 250 in Bristol, Tennessee. Bristol International Speedway. You got Michael B in the 1 on the pole. Phantomatic in the 19 second. Glenn P starting 3rd in the 4. Sean D starting 4th in the 33. Elvis starting 5th in the 0. 0 starting 6th is White in the 17. 7th. Avalon in the 1. Darla 8th in the 14. March starting 9th in the 21. Starting 10th. Gray in the 42. Starting 11th, Double D in the 2, starting 12th, Glenn B in the 23, starting 13th, Chris in the 76, starting 14th, and the 88 is Hess, starting 15th, is Jim Cutter in the 68, starting 16th, Gorman in the 79, starting 17th, Bobby, last week's winner in the 20, starting 18th, and the 88 is Parks, starting 19th. Howard in the 13, starting 20th. Zoom in the 4, starting 21st. G-Puck in the 22, starting 22nd. P-Jet in the 4, starting 23rd. Sarah Reynolds in the 97, starting 24th. Steve in the 25, starting 25th. Dez in the 96, starting 26th. Trouble in the 55, starting 27th. Tim in the 26, starting 28th. Matt in the 59, starting 29th. Paul in the 55, starting 30th. Roger in the 24, starting 12th. MP Fox in the 31, starting 32nd. It's Hammer Time in the 34, starting 33rd. Is Fast Eddie in the 9. Starting 34th is Candy in the 68. Starting 35th is Ken in the 92. Starting 36 is Bob B in the 69. Starting 37th is Wayne Scott in the 00. Starting 38th is Demos in the 17. Starting 39th OG in the 28. Starting 40th Philip Reynolds in the 64. Starting 41st, Troy Carter in the 55. Starting 42nd is Shaw in the 11. And starting shotgun and last, Michael P in the 73. Let's get down to racing, boys and girls, with Michael B leading us to the green flag here at Bristol. 25 turns here at Bristol. Michael B to get us started here. So he takes the green flag. Turn number 1. We got a middle group of trouble already in the middle group. Here we go. Trouble, trouble. Darla needs an 8 to escape. She gets it with Snake Eyes. March, myself, I need a 9. I get it. Next up is Danny and Gray, needs a 6. He gets it. Next up is Double D, needs an 8. He doesn't get it. Double D is involved in the wreck. Glenn B needs a 7. He gets it. Chris needs a 8. He doesn't get it. He's involved in the wreck. Chris Delaware is involved in the wreck. Next up is H. Hess. He doesn't avoid the wreck. He's involved. Jim Cutter needs an 8. Can he escape this mess? No, he can't. He's involved in the wreck. JB needs a 5. Doesn't get it. He's involved in the wreck. Last week's winner, Bobby Catalino, needs a 6 to avoid this wreck. She doesn't get it. She's involved in the wreck. We will be going to the bottom group. Parks needs an 8. He barely gets it. He makes it through this mess. And last in the middle group is D. Scott Howard. Can he avoid this? Yes, he can. Now we go to the bottom group. First up is Zoom. Can she avoid this wreck? With an 8, no, she can't. Yes, she can, rather. She does have an 8 for an escape. G-Puck needs a 5. Doesn't get it. G-Puck's involved in the wreck. Last year's champ is involved in the wreck. How about P-Jack? Can he make it through? Yes, he can, just barely. How about Sarah Reynolds? She going to make it through? Yes, she's going to make it through. How about Steve R. when needs a 6? He doesn't make it through. Dez in the 96. Can he make it through? No, he's involved in the wreck. Needed an 8, got a 9. Trouble needs Trouble's going to make it through. She has a 12, so Trouble makes it through. Tim Tribe fan needs a 7. He makes it through. Next up is Matt, needs a 10. He makes it through. How about Paul? He needs a 7. He makes it through. Roger Ward needs a 6. He makes it through with Snake Eyes. How about MP Fox needs a 7? He barely makes it through. Hammer Time needs a 7. He makes it through. Fast Eddie needs an 8. He makes it through. How about Candy back here with a 7? She makes it through. Next up is Ken Castro in the 92 car. And Ken doesn't make it through. Ken's involved in the wreck. How about Bob B? Can he make it through? Barely makes it through. Frank Wainscott needs a 6. Gets it done. Demos needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Demos is involved in this wreck. How about OG needs a 5? No, doesn't get it. Gets a 6 instead. Philip Reynolds needs a 7. Can he make it through? No, he can't. Philip Reynolds is involved in the wreck. Troy Carter needs an 8. He doesn't make it through. He's involved in the wreck. Alan Shaw needs an 8. He doesn't get it. He's involved in the wreck. Last car, Michael P. Can he escape this mess with a 6? No, he's involved. How many cars is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cars involved in this wreck here. Way to start a race out. Oh my. Bristol tearing them up. This is the beginning of the race, obviously. So it'll take a 9 to repair these cars. Here's Michael P. trying to get his car fixed. He doesn't. Michael P. will finish 43rd where he started. Unable to get that car back out on the track. Next up is Alan Shaw. Can they get that 11 car fixed? Yes, they can. He's back out on the track. Troy Carter. Can they get that car fixed? Yes, they can. He's back out on the track. Philip Reynolds. Can they fix that at number 64? Barely gets it back out there, but he's out there running. OG, can he get that car running? Yes, he can. Devin OG's back out on the track. David Demos got that car fixed and running. Ken Castro's up next. Ken Castro's 92 team gets him back out there. How about Dez in that 96? Barely gets him back out there, but he's out there running. Still's got a shot here. Steve R. He's barely back out there, but out there he is. G-Puck, last year's champ, gets the car back out there. Last week's winner, Bobby Catalino. How about her? Yes, she's got the car back out there. JB Gorman, he's back out and running. Jim Cutter in the 68, he's out there running. HS in that 88, can they get that car fixed? Yes, they can. So far, only one car has been unable to repair, and that was Michael P., the only car out of the race. Here's Chris Strat Delaware. He's got his 76 car back out there. And the Deuce, Double D, and he's back out there. So only one car fell out of the race in that big melee. The other cars is able to get repairs done. Let's see how they run. We go to turn number 4 now, scheduled for 25. We'll have a middle group of skill in the middle group. Who's got skill? Matt's got skill. See if he can move up here to the top group. Not with a 5. Tim Trobfan's got skill. A 2, 4, 2. And he gets Elvis. Goes from 18th up to 5th. P-Jet's got skill. A 4's not getting it done now. Zoom's got skill. Not with a 4. Howard's got skill. A 3, 5, 5. Howard goes from 13th up to 6th. How about Parks? Parks got enough skill to get it done. Not with a 6. Next up is Danny and Gray in that 42. Not with a 5. Yours truly. Last one was skill. Can I get up in that top group? Not with a 6. I can't. Move on to turn number 5. And we got a bottom group. Trouble in the bottom group plus a problem. Trouble and a problem with the doubles. First up, see if Paul can escape. Needs a 7 to escape. Makes it through. How about Roger Ward? Needs a 6. He doesn't escape. He's involved in the wreck. Next up is Fox. Needs a 7. Gets it. How about Hammer Time? Needs a 7. Gets it. Next up is Fast Eddie. Needs an 8. Gets it. Candy needs a 7. Gets it. Bob B needs a 7. Doesn't get it with box cars. Bob B's involved in the wreck. Frank Wainscott needs a 6. He gets it. How about Double D needs an 8? He gets it. Chris needs an 8. He doesn't get it. Chris is involved in the wreck. HS needs a 6. Doesn't get it. He's involved in the wreck. Jim Cutter needs an 8. Can he get through this mess? Yes, he can. Gorman needs a 5. Doesn't get it. JB's involved in the wreck. Last week's winner needs a 6. Can Bobby get it? Barely. Makes it through, though. G-Puck needs a 5. Doesn't get it. G-Puck's involved in the wreck. Steve R needs a 6. Doesn't get it. He's involved in the wreck. Dez needs an 8. He gets it barely. He makes her through. Ken Castro needs an 8. He makes it through. Next up is Demos. Needs a 5. He doesn't make it through. He's involved in this melee. Devin OG needs a 5. Makes it through with Snake Eyes. Philip Reynolds needs a 7. He makes it through. Troy Carter needs an 8. He doesn't make it through. He's involved in this wreck. And Alan Shaw needs an 8. And he doesn't make it through. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cars involved in this one. Again, it's still early. They need a 9 to repair. Can Alan get back out on the track? Yes, he can. He's back out there. How about Troy Carter? Yeah, he's back out there. Demos, can he get back out there? Yes, he can. Steve R., can he get back out on the track? Yes, he can. G-Puck, can he get back out? Yes, he can. Next up is Gorman. He's back out on the track. How about H. Hess? Can he get back out on the track? Yes, he can. Chris Stratt needs to get back out there. He does. Bobby B in the 69. He makes her back out there. And Roger Ward, last car here, and he makes it back. So every car got fixed. That takes us past the pit stop. So we'll do our pit stops here on turn number 8. First pit stop of the race. Michael B's led every turn so far. Phantomatic second. Glenn P. third. Sean D. fourth. Tim fifth. Howard sixth. Avalon seventh. Darla 8th. March 9th. And Danny and Gray 10th as we go to our first pit stop. It'll be the middle group 2 and 3 switch. Alrighty, we'll grab a few chips here, see if anybody can get some good pit stops out of these crews. First up will be Darla. She needs a 4. She gets it. Darla gets a chip. Yours truly, Dwayne, needs a 3. Nope. Parks needs a 4. Park needs a 4. Doesn't get it. White needs a 5. He doesn't get it. Danny and Gray needs a 6. He gets it. Tim needs a 5. Glenn B rather needs a 5. He gets it. Zoom needs a 4. She doesn't get it. P-Jet needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Reynolds, Sarah needs a 4. She gets it. And Trouble can't get it. Elvis needs a 4. Gets it. Last one's Matt in the 59 card. Can he get a chip? No, he can't. And we'll see if anybody can beat Michael B out of the pits here. No, Phantomatic can't get the job done. We go to turn number 9 out of 25. Here we go. We got a middle group of star. Any stars back here? How many stars we got? Matt's a star. A 365. He gets 7th. Goes from 19th up to 7th. Knocks Keith back. Trouble's a star. That's a 231. Ain't happening. Zoom's a star. A 4-1 ain't happening. And that's it. There wasn't many stars back there. Turn number 10. top group of a problem in the top group. And it is Glenn P with a problem. He's got a vibration. He'll drop down to 20th. See who moves up here to the top and middle group. First up is Darla. She move up here? No. How about Danny and Gray? Yeah, Danny and Gray moves up. See who moves up here to the middle group. First up will be Paul Govier. He moves up. Glenn P drops back to 20th. Turn number 11. We got a top group of TV. First up is Matt. Take a 3 to beat Michael. 4-4 not happening. And if Michael can hold off this turn, he'll get a chip. Here comes Tim Trobfan. A 3-5. Tim doesn't see that happening. Tim takes over the lead in that 26 car. Here on turn 10. So we go to turn number 11 now. We got a bottom group of Smart in the bottom group. Anybody smart back here? Alan Shaw smart. Not with a 6 though. Next one is JB. He's smart. A 1-5-1. And Paul holds him off with that smart trait. How about HS? Can he get out of the bottom group? Not with a 5, he can't. Roger Ward. Is he smart enough to get out of there? No. Philip Reynolds. A 1-6-6. He gets Paul. Goes from 32nd up to 19th. Devin OG smart. A 2-6-1. And he gets Keith. Goes from 31st up to 18th. Double D smart. A 1-1-2. And Glenn B holds him off without using his chip. Frank Wayne Scott smart. 2-4-5. And gets Keith White. Goes from 25th up to 14th. Here comes Candy in that 68 car. A 1-4-3. And gets Zoom. Goes from 24th up to 15th. Hammer Time smart. Not with a 6 though, and that's the last smart driver. We go to turn number 12. And it'll be a middle group of Reflex in the middle group. First up is Mr. Reynolds, Philip Reynolds. Not with a 6 though. How about P-Jet in that 44? A 1-5-2. And he gets Matt. Goes from 16th up to 6th. Good job by P-Jet. Next up is Clinton Parks here. See if he can get out of the middle group. A 3-2-2. And he gets Sean D. Goes from 13th up to 3rd. Dwayne Martz in that 21 car. Can I get out of this middle group? Not with a 6, I can't. Elvis with a chip. 2-6-4. Danny Gray uses his chip, and Elvis will use his to get that spot and go from 11th up to 7th. Glenn B's got a chip and reflex. Last driver with reflex. He's going to need to use it, and he gets fourth from Michael B. Our pole setter goes back to ninth as Glenn B's up to fourth. So we go to turn number 13. Be a top group of heat and a problem. First is heat. Elvis going after the lead here. It takes a 3, 4, 5, or 6 to beat Tim. 4-1 ain't happening. How about P-Jet? 5-5 ain't happening. And the last one with heat is Clinton Parks. And a 5-3. Tim holds them off. Now we find out who has the problem up here in the top group. And it is Amis Elvis. What kind of problem does he have? 25. He has a cooling problem. We're in the middle part of the race. So it'll take a 5 for Parks to stay for Elvis to stay in the race. And he does, but he'll drop back to 42nd. Let's see what happens here. Who moves up? Can Darla move up? No. How about Michael B? Does he get back up there? Yes, he does. See who moves up here to the middle group. First up is the Glenn P. Can he move up? No. How about MP Fox? No. Hammer Time? No. Fast Eddie? Yes. Fast Eddie goes from 23rd up to 19th. So far, only one car's out of the race. That's Michael P. Fell out in turn number 1 with that big wreck. Was unable to fix the car. You got Tim in the 26th leading this race. Phantomatic second. Parks third. Glenn B fourth. Howard 5th. P-Jet 6th. Michael B 7th. Darla 8th. Sarah Reynolds 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is Danny and Gray. So we go to turn number 14. And we got a top group again of heat and a problem. So first up is P-Jet going after Tim. Again, it takes a 4 or higher to get him. 1-4. P-Jet gets the lead. Goes from 6th to the lead here on turn number 14. And the only other car with heat is Parks. Can he get the lead from P-Jet? Takes a 4, 5, or 6 to get him. 4 or 5 ain't happening. And now let's see who has the problem up here in this top group. And it is Glenn B. He has the problem. What kind of problems Glenn B have? 41. He has a battery problem. He'll drop to the bottom group. The Glens ain't having a very good day. He'll drop back to 20th. See who moves up here to the middle, top and middle groups. Darla moves up this time with a chip. She's looking good now. Late in the race with a chip up there. Okay, can Glenn P move up to the middle group? Yes, he can. Turn number 15 here at Bristol. And it's a top group of heat again. Bringing the heat, and Darla's got the heat and a chip. And again, it'll take a 4 to beat P-Jet, 4 or higher. 5-1, no, but Darla will use her chip, and she will get the lead. Goes from 7th up to the lead here on turn number 15. Who else has heat? Parks has heat to take a 4 to beat her. 3-3, nope, she holds them off. So we go to turn number 16 here. We got a middle group of heat again in the middle group. Heat's coming up a lot. Gotta have the heat. Glenn P's got the heat. Not with a 5. Eddie's got the heat in that 9 car. A 2-4-4. He gets Tim Trifan, goes from 18th up to 5th. Devin OG trying to get up there with a 2-6-1, ain't happening. Trouble's got the heat. Not with a 4. Next up is Frank Wainscott in that 00. Not with a 4. How about Sean D? He's got some heat. A 3-1-5. He gets Fan-O-Matic, goes from 11th up to 2nd. Danny and Gray's got heat. A 2-1-3. Sean D doesn't stay there long. Gets dropped back to 9th. As Danny and Gray gets him. Sarah Reynolds with heat and a chip. A 2-1-1. Needs to use her chip. Goes from 8th up to 2nd. Knocks Danny and Gray. He didn't stay up there long. As we go to turn number 17. Final pit stop of the race. The money stop. And it'll be the top group 3 and 6 switch. And let's see if any of these drivers up here in the top can get a chip. First up will be Darla. She needs a 4. Doesn't get it. Next up will be Sarah Reynolds. She needs a 4. She doesn't get it. How about Parks? Needs a 4 also. He gets it. Clinton Parks gets a chip. He could be dangerous here. Next up is P-Jet, needs a 6. He doesn't get it. Fast Eddie needs a 4. He doesn't get it. Michael B needs a 6. He doesn't get it. And last one is Howard, needs a 3. Doesn't get it. So here we go. See if anybody can beat Darla out of the pits here. And no, Michael B can't get her. So we go to turn number 18 of the 25 here, getting close to the end. We got a top group of trouble in the top group. Here we go. Darla needs an 8. Doesn't get it. Darla's involved in the wreck. Clinton Parks has a chip. Needs an 8 not to use it. He'll have to use it. Clinton Parks avoids the wreck with that chip. Sarah Reynolds needs an 8. She makes it through. P-Jet needs a 7. He doesn't make it through. P-Jet's involved in the wreck. Fast Eddie needs an 8. He barely makes it through with a 7. Michael B needs a 6. He makes it through. If D. Scott Howard can make it through with his 10, we won't be going to the middle group. And he makes it, so we won't be going to the middle group. Everybody just moves up. Only 2 cars involved in this wreck. We forgot to move somebody up in that middle group last time. Let's do that now. And it was Glenn P, so it doesn't change anything. Everybody else just moves up. See if these 2 cars can get fixed and back out on the racetrack. We are now in the last stages of the race. So it'll take a 5 for him to get back out there. See if P-Jet and that 44 team can get the car repaired. No, they can't. The 44 car will finish 42nd. And how about Darla? Can she get that 14 car fixed? No, she can't. She'll finish 41st after leading this race. Tough break. How's it going, P-Jet? Yeah, you tuned in at a bad time. Just got involved in a wreck. Alrighty, that takes us to turn 21. Clinton Parks is your leader. Sarah Reynolds second. Fast Eddie third. Michael B fourth. Howard fifth. Gray sixth. Sean D seventh. Yours truly Marks eighth. Phantomatic ninth. And rounding out your top 10 is Tim in the 26th. 50 miles to go here at Bristol. And it is a middle group of Reflex in the middle group. First up is MP Fox. Not with a 6. How about Glenn B? Not with a 4. Philip Reynolds trying to get up there. Not with a 4. How about Glenn P? Can he get up there? Not with a 5. Tim Tribe fan. A 225. He gets third and goes from 10th up to third. The 9 car of Chilton falls back to 10th. Last one with Reflex is yours truly, Dwayne Marks. And not with a 5. I'm not going nowhere. Turn 22. We got our first pedal to the metal. Where's this going to start at? And first car will be Dez. Is anybody going to join him? No, it's a 1-car gang going after Bobby in the 20 car. Gets her. How about Jim Cutter? No, just picks up 1 spot, does Dez. Goes from 26 up to 25th. Turn 23. We got a top group of Control and a Problem. First up is Sean D. Parks doesn't have Control, so they only take a 3 to beat him. 3, 4, 5, or 6. 6, 6 didn't get her done. Next up is D. Scott. 4, 2, nope. And last one, Sarah Reynolds. With a 3, 1. He holds them off. Now who has the problem up here? And it is Sarah Reynolds with the problem. What kind of problems does she have? A 51. She spins and drops down to 20th. See who moves up here. Can yours truly get up into the top 7? Yes, I can. Dwayne Marks makes it up to the top group. See who makes it up to the middle group here. Okay, first up is Hammer Time. Can he make it out of there? No. How about Zoom? No. Keith White? No. Double D? Yes, Double D makes it. Turn number 24. Out of 25. 2 laps to go. 2 turns. 2 turns to go. Here we go. Turn 24. And we got a top group of Smart. Anybody smart up here? Yours truly smart. Dwayne Marks takes a 3, 4, 5, or 6 to beat Clinton. A 6, 5 didn't get her done. Sean D smart. 4, 1 nope. Danny and Gray smart. A 1, 4. Danny and Gray gets the lead here from Parks on turn 24. Alrighty, who else is smart? The last smart driver is Tim. Can Tim Tribe fan get the lead? It takes a 4, 5, or 6 though to beat Danny. A 5-6. No, he doesn't get her done. White flag is out. White flag here out of Bristol International Speedway. Can Danny and Gray win this race? It'll be a top group of heat. He's bringing the heat. Sean D's bringing the heat. And it'll be 4, 5, or 6 to beat Danny and Gray. 3-6. Look at that. Sean D gets the lead here on the last turn. Sean D with the nice pass on Danny and Gray. Can he hold him off? Here we go. Anybody else got heat? Clinton Parks has got heat. Takes a 4 to beat Sean D. 5-2 ain't happening. And that is your race. Sean D with the last turn pass is your winner of the Bristol 250. How about that? Sean D, good job. He will be moving on to the playoffs, Sean D will, with that victory. Finishing second in that 26 is Tim. Finishing third, our pole setter, Michael B. Finishing fourth in the 13 is Howard. Getting passed on that last lap in the 88 is Parks. Finishing sixth in the 42 is Danny and Gray. Yours truly in the 21 finishes 7th in the top 10. Fanomatic in the 19 finishes 8th. Finishing 9th in the 9 car, Fast Eddie Chilton. Rounding out your top 10 in the 4 car, Glenn P. Finishing 11th in the 59 is Matt. Finishing 12th in that 55 is Trouble. Finishing 13th in the 28 is OG. Finishing 14th in the 64 is Reynolds. That's Philip Reynolds. 15th in the 00 is Wayne Scott. Finishing 16th in that 68 car is Candy. Finishing 17th in the 23 is Glenn B. Finishing 18th in the 12 car is Fox. Finishing 19th in the 2 car is Double D. Finishing 20th in the 97 is Sarah Reynolds. Finishing 21st in that 34 car is Hammer Time. Finishing 22nd in the 4 is Zoom. Finishing 23rd in the 17 is White. Finishing 24th in the 68 is Jim Cutter. Finishing 25th in the 96 is Dez. Last week's winner finishes 26th in the 20, Catalino. Ken Castro in that 92 finishes 27th. Keith Avalon in the 1 car finishes 28th. Finishing 29th. In the 55 is Paul Govier. Finishing 30th. In the 24 is Ward. 31st in the 69 is Bob B. Chris Stratt, Delaware in that 76 will finish 32nd. H. Hess in the 88 finishes 33rd. JB in the 79 will finish 34th. Our champ in the 22, G-Puck, will finish 35th. In the 25 car, Steve R. will finish 36th. Finishing 37th. And the 17 is Demos. Finishing 38th. And the 55 is Carter. Finishing 39th and 11 is Shaw. And last car still running is 00 of Elvis. And Elvis has left the building, and that is it, race fans. Here at Bristol, I want to thank P-Jet for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for reminders on your way out of that racetrack. Leave some comments, suggestions, and hit that like button. Until next time, you all take care.